The organization I'm here to talk about is Eat for Equity Stanford, but really more about what brought me to do something like this. And before I tell my story, I really want to tell someone else's. So in the middle of this picture, you'll see Emily. Emily is a co-founder of Eat for Equity, which is a national organization. She started it back in 2005 to help victims and survivors of Hurricane Katrina. She just got people together, cooked a home-cooked meal, and raised money, and saw a lot of success out of it. So her friends said, hey, let's do this again. And then in 5 years, it now is this large national organization where each event brings together about 150 people. So I immediately connected with the idea. It's so simple. Get people together around food, build community, and help out nonprofits. So really, I wanted to do that. So from there, talk a little bit more about myself. So I am Italian, if you can't tell. Big Italian family, centered around food. Every Sunday, pasta, meatballs, there we go. So kind of just love having that connection of how food can really bring us together. So when I heard about the idea, I immediately went out. These little cupcakes here talk about all the different chapters across the country of where Eat for Equities are held. I'm really proud to say that Stanford is now one of those. Stanford is a tiny little town, tiny little city. I love New Haven because of all the great things you guys do, so I'm happy to kind of bring things. So bigger cities like Chicago, New York, Phoenix. But anyways, so really what got me connected to food was 2 years ago I worked for the Northeast Organic Farming Association of Connecticut, which is an awesome organization. Please check them out. And really taught me to think about where's my food getting grown? How is it really supporting local farms, local businesses? Really got me thinking about what I'm eating. So connecting food now with Stanford. Like I said, I was born and raised in Stanford, lived there my whole life, friends, family, all of the above, but I didn't really feel a real connection to it. So I felt drawn to try to do something. So seeing that I could connect food, which clearly everybody loves, I said, let's try to do something. So when pairing it all together, I thought, well, how can I connect food, community, and nonprofits? I want to talk a little bit about each of those right now. So first one is nonprofits. I actually have my real job. I work for Public Allies Connecticut. If you don't know about us, please look us up. I feel really honored to be part of that organization. And what we do, every event, we raise money for different nonprofits that are I talked about community, I talked about nonprofits and food. My mom loves to tell a story of growing up, all I ate for lunch was bagels and cream cheese. So this has really pushed me to kind of expand my palate, try new cuisines. Powdered sumac, I was scared as crap to try to eat something like that, but it actually is pretty good. So what I really love about doing something like this is the creativity. I'm an extremely introverted person, so it forces me to kind of be an extrovert, but it also uses my creative side that I don't get to do very often. So our first event raised money for a youth serving organization. So what we did is we designed a menu around kids' foods, but a grown-up version of them. So grilled cheese with butternut squash and kale and all these things. So a quick failure story. So I was able to get a lot of donations from a local farm, all these tomatoes. But I didn't realize that I need to de-peel, unpeel them, reskin them, press them, all in that night or they're going to get ruined. So I was up until about 2:30 in the morning trying to do that. But through this all, I've learned a couple important lessons about myself. The first being trust. So we've got a steady team of organizers that are a huge help and really help put this all together. And just trust that the food that we are going to make is actually good. And the second one is really patience. So it's really nerve-wracking when you have to cook food for 100 people or so. When you're not a cook, you're not a chef, none of the above. But that you've got to have a little patience and trust that when you put it all together, people are going to be happy with what you're eating. So with that being said, I want to talk just a little bit about big picture. So our first event, we were hoping to get 30 people and 60 people showed up. Our second event, we thought maybe 40 or 50, 75. Our next event is going to be on this Saturday. We've got 70 people that have RSVP'd, so we're expecting, we've got a lot of lazy people that haven't RSVP'd yet, so we're going to probably be about 100 people. And this all really started out of nowhere. So our first event, we raised $1,078 for Kids in Crisis. Our second event, we raised $1,688 for American Red Cross. When you put it together in 6 hours, we were able to raise $2,766. And that is really just people dipping into their pockets and giving what they can. We're all about, we're not going to sell tickets, we're just going to say come and give what you can, whether it's $5 or $20 or $100, it all goes to the nonprofit. So I'm leaving you with the mission, a statement is just connect, have fun, and enjoy the ride. Thank you.